this is what we're aiming for, and you'll see this is a very, very clean fold. Right, let's have a look at this beautiful shape. First of all, I'm going to score these fold lines that we'll use a little bit later along here. Just double score those so they've got a nice memory. There we go. You can see all the lightly cut score lines there. They don't pierce the paper. They just lightly score it, and it helps me to guide these folds. Okay. Lovely. Now I want to make this very first fold with the score lines, the score cuts to the back. That means I just reposition all of these plates here, and that just means the front of my object will not have the score lines, and it'll be a lot neater fold. In fact, that's the advantage of this technique. If I do these computer or digitally assisted score lines, I get very, very clear, crisp lines. And it's much easier for me to, well, I don't have to mark this up at all. I won't have additional markup lines within this, so it will be an extremely clean fold. In fact, this is what we're aiming for, and you'll see this is a very, very clean fold. Very beautiful. I'm making an additional one to complement this one, so I can extend this as a modular form. Here we go. I've done that first fold, and of course, in the great tradition of herringbone fold, I'm using my consecutive valley and mountain folds. So we'll move right through the object, or right through the model, sorry, doing the valley folds. Now I have mountain valley folds that run right down this object, but if you look at the fold pattern for this particular fold, I have missed out on one of the central angular marks. That's because this is one of the folds where we fold the middle in, and that's going to give us an amazing effect, a really lovely effect. There we go. I've scored these so that the score line doesn't actually go all the way through to the corner. This allows a very natural corner. Corner will bend itself. In fact, it just falls into place. I found this is probably one of the best techniques to use when we're doing this. have a look at how those folds just fall into place. And in fact, I can be quite rough with this, and I'm getting quite a few kinks and creases, but once you push it into place, it comes up as an extremely neat fold. Now, this is what I was talking about. There is not any of these 45-degree angles there. In fact, I've left it out of the design, and I've just left in this middle fold line. We're going to leave these fold lines for a while. In fact, we'll leave them till last, and you will see why. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this line. And my next fold will follow the sequence as if I actually had another angle fold in there in my herringbone. This is the sequence that my next fold would follow. Now, amazingly, what happens here is this will fall into something that's very similar to the water bomb fold. You get this lovely gathered fold in the center here. So you can see what's happened. Just tidy up some of those bits there, because some of them don't always follow their fold. They always follow their fold lines. You just have to tidy that up a little bit. Here, look at that effect. What we're going to do now is just continue our herringbone fold. We're ignoring the other line there until we've finished the form, and then we'll bend those lines in. I've already pre-folded that line there. I can pinch that and then gently guide this so that the fold falls in place, telling it which way I want these ones to fall. Look at that. And from the back. Isn't that beautiful? Now these folds here, they become just floating lines, but in fact they are quite important. When we bend that, they will give a little give and some contour to the form. So we're going to do that once again. Pinch it, and then allow these forms to fall into place. In fact, this is the M shape here on my side pattern. You can see that letter M. That's a wonderful shape to make this bauble. Look at that. I can now take this one. Now if I join these two together, and possibly one more, we end up with a really lovely form